p.m. Pacific Time. Ted, Columbus, Ohio, great to have you. I'm glad you waited, and welcome to EIB Network. Hello, sir.
Hey, Russ. I wanted to ask a really simple question here. Why is it that people can pitch tents outside of Walmart, riot over $2 waffle irons, almost trample their fellow citizens to get a deal on some stuff, but kids who peacefully link arms on a college campus get covered in military-grade pepper spray? I mean, this is America. Don't we have constitutionally protected rights to free speech? I mean, why is this violent crackdown going on? And why are the police silent about clear violence on Black Friday?
You are asking me why you can camp out in front of a retail store before it opens, but you can't pitch a tent and protest something?
Basically. I mean, what if you turned on the news and you saw that, everybody's talking about this whole violent shopping movement after all these riots, and they don't know why these shoppers are shopping in the first place. And
well, look, if you want to talk about cultural rot, I'll be glad to talk. We got cultural rot everywhere. It's in the NBA, it's in the NFL, it's in shopping malls. Cultural rot's happening all across the country. Which one do you want to focus on?
Well, I really wanted to focus on the cultural rot of corruption of our democracy by corporations. And,
the cultural rot brought on by corporations. Corporations are just people. So I knew that bugs them, folks. They can't. When you tell them corporations are people, they freak.
And money is
just
right?
can't handle it. They lose their cookies. They throw up. They get sick. What was that?
All right. So you said corporations are people. Yeah. I assume money is also speech, right?
Yeah, it is. Money is speech. It's well documented. The Supreme Court. Absolutely, money is speech.
Okay, all right. So,
have you ever heard the phrase "money talks"?
Hold on, Rush. Let me get this.
No, wait. Have you ever heard the phrase "money talks"?
I have heard that phrase. I'm not sure how that pertains to this conversation.
Money is speech. Money talks.
All right. So let's say if money is speech, then the voices of the 99% are drowned out by billions of corporate dollars flooding elections, right?
But no.
I mean, how is that?
No, they're not.
Democracy, right?
No, you're telling one. You're making one incorrect statement after another. You're believing a bunch of crap. You're believing a bunch of crap that a bunch of liars are telling you. Corporations are not drowning out
the radio and the TV,
anything.
Right, telling us all of this crap, and that's why it's our job.
Corporations are not drowning out anything. It's a free market out there, and you have to compete for whatever you gain, and then you have to compete to hold it.
I mean, I'd like to support my candidates, but maybe I'll just scrounge around my couch for a few billion to, make sure that my voice gets heard just as loudly as the corporations' voices get heard every election cycle.
Well, you got to understand now, the people at corporations are just like people outside the corporation. People make campaign donations.
I can't afford a lobbyist, Rush. That's why I'm the 99%. That's why everybody is occupying nationwide.
I don't have a lobbyist. I can't afford one either, but there's a hell of a lot of them working on my behalf. Just as they are working on your behalf.
I'm a lot wealthier than most people. I mean, most of us can't
let me see if I can. What really, Ted, if you could narrow this down, I'm serious. What really upsets you? As a human being, as you get up every day and go about your life, what is it that really has you unhappy or mad, or what is it that's got you all wound up?
I'm really glad you asked that, Rush. This is what gets me mad. All right, I work 2, 3, sometimes 4 part-time jobs to pay rent and get by.
Yeah.
And the more I work, the harder I work, the more I see my communities fall apart. The more I hear our leaders tell us that it's our fault. The more I see the results of my work go into the hands of a wealthy few.
Wait just a second. What community is falling apart where you're working 4 jobs?
Look, if you just look around my state right now and you see Governor Kasich is cutting budgets left and right, he's laying workers off.
They don't have any money, Ted. The state's bankrupt. We're all out of money. They don't have the money to give it away to people anymore. They just don't have any money, Ted.
What if the states had money, and we did that by ending corporate tax loopholes, by fairly taxing the rich, by doing several common sense solutions
Ted, it's a hopeless case.
People agree are sensible.
It's a hopeless case. I am told by people, Rush, we have to find a way to compromise. We have to find a way to bridge our differences. And old Ted here is not interested in that. Ted doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's just reading a bunch of crap that he's read on a website or he's been told to read, call this show today and this show tomorrow, whatever, and then read this crap and think that he's done something big time. He'll brag to his buddies on some website tonight that he got through and had me in, in figure 8 donuts or what have you. Meanwhile, Ted, what kind of work do you do, Ted? What are the 4 jobs that you work?
Well, for a while, I was waiting tables. I was bouncing at a gay club. I was nude modeling for art classes. You know, I was substitute teaching in high schools, like pretty much anything I can do to just pay the bills and get by. But
Waiting
it's
tables,
harder and
bouncing at a gay club, dude modeling for art classes, substitute teaching for high school. Yeah.
harder. So,
And you were having trouble holding those jobs?
Well, it's hard enough to find a job, Russ. I mean, I'm considered one of the lucky ones, you know, because I had 4 at one point. But I have a college degree. You know, this is not the way America should be.
What is your degree in?
This is the land of opportunity.
What is what is your degree in?
My degree was in journalism, you know, and I had a journalism job for a little while.
Well, I think
I still freelance every now and then.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. You're filled with lies, falsehoods, untruths that you believe, and you're spreading them. You just got to find a way to get paid for calling these talk shows, Ted, and then you got it made.